places. It's hard to carry on when you feel all alone. Now I've swung back down again. It's worse than it was before. If I hadn't seen such riches, I could live with being poor. Oh, sit down, oh, sit down, oh, sit down. Sit down next to me. Sit down, 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 down. Sympathy.
Helps if I had myself to the stage, doesn't it? Sorry about that. Evening, everybody. We're going to have a chat about the game tomorrow. Newcastle United away. Tough place to go. They're not playing terribly badly, really, so it's going to be an interesting day out. But we'll see what's going to happen here. Really big up. So, apparently, White, Calafiori, and Odegaard are out. Well, we knew Odegaard was out. So, that's not great. Big up Darren, man. Big up to you. F Mall, United, West Ham. I guess that is West Liverpool. League Cup forever. Yeah, well, we're in the League Cup. We're not out of it. Just big up Irving. Hope you're well, man. Yeah, so we got White, Calafiori are out. That's annoying, to be honest, because at the end of the day, who are we going to play now at right back and left back? Because I don't want to see Partey back at right back again. I like him much better off in midfield. Give me your views. Tell me what your situation's going to be. I'd rather Timber at right back, to be honest. But then again, who are we going to put at left back? Because I certainly really don't want to have Zinchenko. Please, no. Please, no. I don't want him there. To me, that guy just isn't the levels. But do we scrape the barrel? Who do we go? Do we go with Kivwa? Or, dare I say it, do we go with a decent young talent in Lewis Skelly? Who knows? That's possibilities. But, yeah, I mean, Anthony said, sit down next to me on me tractor. Be out, Anthony. Like that. That's a good song, actually. I like that. Shouldn't it be on your convoy now, Brister? But big up, SG. Always here, man. Big up to you, man. Acers, big up to you, my friend. And Rough Raff, even to you, my friend. Evening. Yep. Jay says, big up, Jez Arteta. Better not play Party at the back, I swear. Yeah, I don't want that. It panics me. It does panic. I mean, he did all right when he did play in that game at right back, but I want him in midfield. To me, that's his natural spot. That's where I want him. Acer says Newcastle will destroy Arsenal defence tomorrow. It's going to be it's going to be a slippy one, isn't it? We've got players out left, right, and centre. Or is it just bullshit that we're getting told by the club? Who knows? We never know with what comes out the mouths of that lot. But we've also got to bear in mind that after that game next week, we've got Inter Milan away at the San Siro. So that's not going to be an easy night out. So, yeah, it's going to be a tricky one, that is for sure. Graham says, big up Graham, Timber at right back to play up against Gordon. Yeah, that's what I want, mate. Yeah, I don't want to see Partey there, please. Darren says, let's hope Zinchenko is finished. Well, I don't think he's getting the shine anymore from Arteta, because it seems to me that Lewis Skelly is the favoured player, which quite rightly, I think he's done all right. Yes, SG, I'd rather gamble on Lewis Skelly, who's actually a left back. Yeah, I would. I'd give him a go. I thought he's done all right. The times he's turned up and played, I thought he's done very well. So I know it's a big ask when you're up at St. James's Park, but I'm confident the young lad can pull it off. I really do. It's a different opposition, and yeah, why not? Give the guy a chance. Come on, Eddie Ceefax, big up, man. Just hope anywhere he gets some meaningful game time. Hopefully not thrown on when we are 3-0 down. Now, that's something I'm going to come on to in a little bit. This won't be a great long show, but Jason Carter says, afternoon, Jez, hope you had a pleasant Friday. Yeah, it's been lovely down here today. It's not been sunny, but it's been very, very mild. 14 degrees. I was out the front earlier, about 11 this morning. It was really nice. No wind, but yeah, I mean, it was not really nice morning. Anthony says, Timber, Gabriel, Saliba, Kivois, Arteta and Gabriel. Arteta said Gabriel is back and he's in training. He's said this on Sky Sports today. Well, I hope so, mate. I hope so, but we know what a bit of a bullshitter Arteta can be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not convinced, but we'll see. Be up, Jake. 1, 2, 3. Even Jez, hope you're well. I'm all good, mate. Yeah, I'm all good. Timber right back, Darren. Yeah, all day for me. Lewis Kelly can't put a foot wrong, says Richard. I think he's done all right. I really do. Hit the like button, people. Smash it up. It's free. Godfrey says, big up, Jez and chat. How are you feeling about the Newcastle game? We can't drop more points. Now, that's a very good statement. No, we can't. We cannot afford to drop any more points. That's why I called this a big game, because, you know, we threw away points against Bournemouth unnecessarily, but it's the bigger teams that we seem to do right against, and we fall by the wayside against the smaller teams. And I don't classify Newcastle United as a smaller team. I won't lie. They're what I call in the middle team. Middle upper, I think is a fair statement. Raf, think you'd agree that the only champions should play Champions League. So we were done and over with this top 4 nonsense. Titles and trophies end off. Totally agree with that. That's how it always used to be. You know, you had the cup. Well, you know the history. You know, we'd have the champions in the Champions League, the cup winners in the Cup Winners' Cup, and the other teams would go into the UEFA. I don't believe in all this. Why England have 5 or 6 teams in the Champions League, and then you get other countries 1 or 2. It seems all disjointed and a load of bullshit to me nowadays, personally. Pepsi Pack says Gabriel playing tomorrow. Well, I hope so. If we haven't got him, then we are in trouble. But we have obviously got Saliba back, so that's good. SG says a delicious pasta with the lamb steak. Beautiful, man. Where's mine? Big up, Vic. Hope you're well. Even Jez and all in the chat. Poppy Sherlock, question, Jez. Who was the last player to score a hat-trick against Newcastle? Christ, now you're asking me, mate. Who was the last Arsenal player at Newcastle? I guess you're asking me. Is that right? You asked me that, or anywhere? I think if my mind is right in saying, I've got a feeling it's Theo Walcott, but I might be wrong with that. I might be wrong, but that's what I think it is. Irvin says, hey, Jez, didn't go anywhere. Those watch-alongs, everyone does them, so keep doing your live chats. Yeah, I might be swerving it tomorrow, mate, because I've got other things to do tomorrow. I will watch the game, but we've got family here tomorrow, so it's going to be a bit, you know, awkward. You know, the wife will get the ump if I disappear. The Romford Pele, says Pepsi Pack. Yeah, that's Walcott. Vic says, I hope we actually have shots and targets against Newcastle, unlike last season. Yes, very good point. Very good point. Not one shot and bloody target. That was a disgrace, wasn't it? No blaming refs or VAR. Just get the job done. Absolutely. Totally agree with that. Yeah, I don't want to hear any of the bullshit. You know, I mean, like when that ball supposedly was in play, it was out of play. Was it? Wasn't it? I don't care. At the end of the day, the decision was made, and we got to play the game as it happened. So I don't want to know on that one. But yeah, defense-wise, yeah, I'd go with. This is my defense, all right. Shout me down if you think I'm wrong. Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, either Kivwar or Lewis Skelly. That's where I'm going. I don't want Zinchenko. Liability, not interested. Don't want to know. Let's put somebody in there. Hey, and let's put it right, people. Right. Last season, when we played at Anfield against Liverpool with Klopp's team, he put kids out. He put them out. So, you know, why don't we also look at using our young and up and coming players? Because we don't seem to do this. And I will be seriously pissed off, right, if in the starting lineup on the game tomorrow at midday, 12:30, I hate midday cook-offs, I really do, that we haven't got, and where he's starting. The kid deserves a start. He deserves it, right? He can start there. Look, let's be, I think it's wrong that he has scored 2 goals against Bolton, started, benched, came on, right? And then starts, scores. Will he be benched again? If he's benched tomorrow, that says to me all the intentions about what Arteta thinks of these kids. It really does, because the guy is proving it. I thought he had a decent game. All right, yeah, people were saying it's only Preston. Yeah, but you still got to play the opposition. You still got to play them. Yeah, they weren't very good. I'll give you that. They weren't a great team. But you still got a challenge against them. And I thought he did all right. So, you know, I thought, to be honest, Bolton, I thought were a better team than Preston, to be fair. But, you know, what do I know? But at the end of the day, it will really, really piss me off if I don't see him starting. Because at the end of the day, the guy's proved it. Give him a go. Give him a run. Let him go. So, you know, that's my defence line on that. Midfield pretty much speaks for itself as what we got available. But yeah, you know, would I play Martinelli? You know, this is going to be a bold statement. This is going to be some people are going to cry about this one. 170 Gunner says Arteta he did. Yeah, I thought I liked Pepe. I really did like him, but he just didn't seem to get I don't know. He just didn't seem to get the support. Is that the right word? I don't know. I don't think he got what he needed out of Arteta, to be honest. Mike, Highland Mike, big up Mike. Hope you're well. Walcott in the 7-3 2012. Yeah, I missed that game actually. I missed that. I was actually away and didn't catch it, didn't see it live on TV, nothing. So I did catch it on well, you know, highlights, but it's not the same, is it? 170 Gullah says, will you do a watch long for the Women's Sunday versus United? Probably not, mate. Okay, let's have a chat about that. I did that show the other night. The thing is, doing the watch alongs, right? It's a little bit doing them on my own. I don't mind doing them on my own, but it's a bit of jarring because it's 2 hours on your own, continually talking. And even though I can talk for England, it does get a little bit too much. And a lot of other people doing watch longs tend to have other people on with them so they can break it up a little bit. Dare I say it, seasoned YouTuber Lee, he'll have Ola and Matty on with him. And that works brilliantly. Now, I've sort of had to take a little step and look around, revamping the stream a little bit. Excuse me. And to be honest with you, the views on the watch longs are a waste of time. I won't lie. They are a waste of time. I'm lucky if I get 300 views in total. Lucky to get that. And that, to be honest with you, after 2.5 hours, 2 hours work, it's a bit of a pointless exercise, to be honest. So I'm probably going to step away from a lot of the watch longs. I might do certain, like the North London Derby, of course, Man United, Man City. But other ones, I think I'm just going to walk away from them and let other people do it, because quite rightly, and I understand it, that a lot of the people that watch the watch-alongs they will migrate to the bigger channels, because those people will and have attracted a lot more people to watch, and they've been doing it a lot longer than me, and I get that, and I think that's only fair. So at the end of the day, I tried doing them, but I don't think maybe it's worth the time, to be honest. Very nice says, I don't think Enweri should start this game versus that brutal and physical Newcastle midfield. Fair point, but at the end of the day, he's a professional footballer. Yeah, he's young. He's got to step up to it at some point. But Stephen says, I think we are stronger anyway. No excuses. So it is what it is, man. True says, always preferred Arsenal in the Champions League when it was on ITV. Yeah, I used to enjoy that, to be honest. I did enjoy that. But I've always liked some of the old school football programs from back in the day when you had proper hosts, Brian Moore, people like that. You know, they were great days. Big up, Jez, says Vince Nice. Hope you've had a time to think about what you're going to do on YouTube. No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to change things around a bit. I might even change the channel name, actually. I've been thinking about changing the name, because another thing I've done a lot of reviews on, looked at, whatever you want to call it. I might be dropping the history stuff because they get rubbish. To be honest with you, it's a lot of work doing one of them streams, because even though I know a lot of stuff, I don't know it all. I don't, and I'm not going to sit here and make out I do, because I don't. And I have to, if I say I'm doing an hour's history stream, right, that can take 3 to 4 hours work to get it right, because I want to fact check things, make sure I've got the stats right, the results right. Because you can look things up. It doesn't mean they're always right. So I like to double check. Because if you get something wrong, the first thing somebody's going to do, they're going to jump all over you. Oh, you got that wrong. You got that wrong. That's how it is. But yeah, I'm going to be reviewing that, looking at that. I don't know. It's still in the mix at the moment. SG says the defence ain't the problem. It's the striker issue that's the problem, because Havertz won't score half chances or score one chance. Well, that is the concern. I can't disagree with you. We didn't do what we should have done in the window and get that 25, 30 goal a season player. So yeah, that is awkward. I won't deny it. But who do we blame for that? Well, we have to blame behind the scenes management. There's nobody else to blame, is there? It's those people that have done it. It's none of us. So you have to look at them. Richard says the goal Ethan scored against Preston would have gone in versus Real Madrid. True. Very true, my friend. Jared Sims, Jez, serious offer. I'll buy your channel when you quit. How much do you want roughly for it? $1 million, mate. Give me $1 million. And it's yours. Very nice. How can the top two earners at our club and our two strikers on $550K a week combined have less goals combined than Chris Wood and Danny Welbeck? Well, there we go. Now that's a stat, isn't it? That is a stat. What great point, though. Very nice. That is a stat. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, let's get that back. Two strikers and 550 bags a week. And their combined goals, less goals combined than Chris Wood and Danny Welbeck. Well, that just about sums it up, doesn't it? You know what I'm saying? It's madness, man, madness. But yeah, give me your predictions for tomorrow, people. Jared says, will any of you guys watch me if I take on the channel? I'm not selling the channel, mate. I won't go down the clickbait route. I will say true to the history aspect. Big up to you if you did, my friend. Big up to you. Maybe you should start a channel, bro. Maybe you should do it on. We can do a collab on the history. Big up, Dow. Hope you will. Dow and TJ, I'm sure, are doing. Is it a bit later, mate? 7:30, 7:45, is it, mate? I think I saw it. Maybe I've got that wrong, but yeah, big up TJ Warren's show. Probably sure that said Premier League in danger of being a 2-horse race by the end of November. Yeah, but how often are we seeing this now? How are we? That's the way it's going, Poppy. You know, it seems to be going down that road now. That become end of November, it's pretty much a 2-horse race, and yeah, it's not good, is it? It's not good for football, in my opinion. It's not good for football. Vic's a big up, Dow. Aces, bit out of my price range, Jared. Well, we can negotiate. Was willing to offer 10,000. Oh, I'd definitely buy it. I don't know how that works. You can do that on YouTube, to be honest. Contractual shit and all that. Might offer a year's supply of Pepsi. I'd take that. I'd take that. Yeah, start a channel, my friend. You know, I always like people starting channels. It gets different views out there. You know. DJ Crane, big up to you, mate. Big up Jizza. I'm thinking Desmond. Oh, a 2-2. Oh, it could be a 2-1 Newcastle. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm looking for more scores, and I'll give you mine. The assembled, if the injuries keep going at the rate it's at with Kivwar, Zini, Jesus, Sterling, Jorginho, could be in the starting lineup. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Well, can't wait for that, can we? Really? Kivwar? I don't write him off. Zini, waste of time. Jesus, useless. Sterling needs to go in January, back to his club. And Jorginho, got no legs. Fact. So there. SG, Jez, do you have the redirect on? Because it was easier for Lee and Northside to redirect their viewers to your channel. I don't know. I don't know how to do that, my friend. No, they can. Yeah, no, the Northside's done it before. And Lee, I've got it also set that this can be shared. It is actually not on here. It's not on. It's actually in YouTube Studio. Yeah, but I have got that on. Yeah, I'm pretty certain I have, man. But thank you for telling me that. I will check it. 170 Gunner says, call it Arteta Out channel and Lee Gunner. Oh, don't you like Lee? I would do call out with the football terrace. Not happy with what Terry is doing. No, well, you know what these people are like, mate. They're just doing it for views and clicks, and yeah, okay, I get it. They're big channels, big channels. Mike Green, big up, Mike. Hope you're well. Even Jez, thanks for your knowledge. As a Newport fan, I set standards high. It's about winning, not progress. Ha ha. Big up yourself. If we start our FA Cup tomorrow against Peterborough. Good luck, mate. Good luck tomorrow. That's my second team, Newport County. That is my second team. My other granddad, I've told you this before, my other granddad used to live there. And if we went down there for Easter bank holiday weekend to see the family, I'd always end up, if they were at home, either going to see Newport County or Cardiff City. I used to love it. It's great, actually. Really good. The old Somerton Park at Newport. Yeah, that was good. Up on the hill there. Vic says, let's hope Mikel does not have one eye on Inter. We need to get a win tomorrow and worry about Inter after. True. Totally agree, man. We can't afford to take our eye off this game. We cannot. It's a massively important game. We've got, if we, right, I'm going to ask you this question. This, there's going to be various answers to this, I'm sure. Right. Okay. Here we go. Eyes down, settle down, put your seatbelts on. Highland Mike says, just start a channel, Jared. If you do a stream on Juventus versus Arsenal 1980 last minute winner by Paul Vasson, I'll be there. Biggest European night since the Fairs Cup win back then, but forgotten about. Very good point there, Highland Mike. Very good point. I thought actually of doing it. I was actually had it sort of put on paper. I won't lie. About doing the history of Arsenal in Europe. Now that stream will probably be about 10 minutes long, to be honest. So I don't know. Yeah, but I thought about doing one on Arsenal in the history of Arsenal's history in Europe. Which of course would start off with the Intercity Fairs Cup win and go on from there and see how we do. So I might set that one up, man. I've thought about it. Dal says, Vic, my G, 170 Gunner, you should be more aggressive like Lee Gunner and also I can call out other YouTubers. Mate, look, that's people have told me that, right? But at the end of the day, if I was to do that as well, 170 Gunner, then I'm just copying them. So there's just another person calling out other YouTubers. I respect what you're telling me, but I don't see the point. Because if you got Lee doing, I mean, I went to bed early last night, got up, silly o'clock, and went to the loo, sat down in my thing here, came into this room. This is my man cave, if you want to call it that. Basically, it's a spare room. And, Lee was live, so I sat there and watched it, you know. And he was doing his Henry Wright, cooking Henry Wright. Fair enough. It's entitled to. It's up to him. But I don't see there's any benefit for me being the same sort of way, to be honest. To be honest about it. SG says, what about Gunner Jez as your name for the channel? Well, I thought about Jez Arsenal, Arsenal Jez, something like that. I don't know. I may not change it at all yet. I may not. But I'll just be able to think of maybe doing a revamp. Oregon Goon says, been a long time since I rock and roll Jez. Led Zeppelin, yeah. Actually, now that's a point. I actually thought I might put this out there on a thingy bob post, whatever a text poll thing. I actually thought maybe doing a stream once a week about rock music, blues, rock music, guitars, amplifiers. As some of you may know, I used to play in a band, nothing big, but it was a decent band. And I used to like my guitars I've got and amps and stuff like that. So yeah, I thought about maybe just do that once a week. Talk about some of my favourite bands, favourite albums, some of the gigs I've been to. I've got loads and loads of stuff like that. And I thought maybe I'll have to find somewhere a lot of my match programs that I had. A lot of them I've given away. I've kept very special ones. I had so many match programs over the years given to me from other people and the ones I'd collected. But there was a young lad that I know his dad, and he's very autistic. And one of the things he collects is any sort of match program, cricket, rugby, whatever it is. And I gave him loads, hundreds and hundreds, boxes of them. Because I thought, I don't need them. I'm never going to look at them. So, yeah, I gave a lot away. Mike says, I heard the news about your channel, completely up to you, but your knowledge would be massively missed. I reckon 1-0 Newcastle, by the way. Oh, Mike. Oh, you're going 1-0. You're going to 1-0. Hills and Valleys. Winners mentality, we must win. Big up, Adam. Yeah. We got to win, man. We can't take the foot off the gas. Now, okay, this is the question. If we lose tomorrow against the Magpies, do any of you think that's pretty much our league done? League winning, I mean. What do you think? Poppy says, stream Julian would quit after 1 minute. Mate, I couldn't entertain that fella. No way. Vic says, got to head off to do some Diwali fireworks. Good up, mate. I hope you have a great evening. Have a good night and stay safe with the old fireworks. Have a great time, my friend. 170 Gunner, Jez Gunner for the new title. A Jez versus Julian stream. Julian would quit after 1 minute. Yeah, he wouldn't last 5 minutes with me, mate. I'd just call him out everywhere where he's talking bollocks. David says, Arteta does a terrible fog on the Tyne. The fog on the Tyne is mine, all mine. Yeah, that was a good song, actually. Who was it? What was his name? I can't think of his Crocodile Shoes. Do you remember? Yeah, what was his bloody name? Actor guy. Can't remember. Total Hit Swede. Big up, man. Big up, Jez. Watching my local bandy team whilst having a lovely paired drink. Big up, mate. Enjoy. Have a great evening. DJ Crane says, gone for Arsenal. Bosh. Thank you, mate. Thank you very much. AFTV Jez. Oh, mate, can you imagine if I do that? Jesus, they'd be like all over me like a rash. I'd be like, God, I love to do it. Rename it Proper Arsenal Fans TV. Now that's a good one. I like that. I do like that. Proper Arsenal Fans TV. Now, I'd have to give you some money for that if I did that. Proper Arsenal Fans TV. Wow. Yeah, I like that. I do like that. Proper. I'm actually going to write that down, actually. I am going to write that down. I'll have to give you royalties or something, won't I? Proper Arsenal AFTV. I fucking love that. I fucking love it. Oh, dear. Yeah, that's class, man. Michael says, if you want to blow up on YouTube, you need to start a drama channel. If you start to pretend feud with Lee Gunner and go back and forth vids, set up fake boxing match. Yeah, I'm not doing that, mate. Rock history and more. Yeah, I thought it actually wasn't my idea. I think it was Dow. Dow came out with that idea, talking about doing concerts I've been to and in my life. I've been to a lot of concerts and albums, things like that, music in general, like, you know, guitar, blah blah. So I might do that. That'd be fun. But we'll see. We'll see. FA Cup first round starting now on BBC Two. Anyway, what do you think? If we lose tomorrow, is that our season, like league title challenge, pretty much done? Mike says, I think tomorrow is a must, not lose, but probably is a must win. I agree with you, mate. And go and support young Mike Green, Newport County fan, got his own YouTube, top channel. You know, I quite often watch that. I don't say much in the chat, I won't lie, but I quite often watch you, Mike, because you're the only one out there in Newport County, as you know, my second home. Michael Beauty, or start up a few with Yorkshire Gunner, drama sells. Nah, he's all right, mate. He's all right. I sorted things with him. Adam says Mike draws are as bad as losses. True. We need maximum points, Adam. Yeah, absolutely. We need the 3. We can't walk away without not having 3, because look at the other games the other teams have got. We're in trouble. We've got to walk out with 3 points. Yeah, we've got to get back into that winning. The Bournemouth game, Liverpool game. Yeah, not good. Darren says we would have lost 2 games now if we get beat tomorrow. So for me, the title is still on, but 2 down in November is not a good look. Jimmy Nail. Yeah, it was Jimmy Nail. Yeah. Jimmy Nail. Crocodile Shoes. Man City will get over 90 points again. Yeah, I wouldn't be at all surprised, my friend. You know them. They're not even out of second gear yet. Adam says, you're doing it is enough. We'll keep it classy like the real Arsenal. Well, yeah. Hey, Linda's Farm with Top Spud Gaza. Yes, they're a great band, Linda's Farm. Never saw them, but I've got some of their stuff. What about doing a match reaction after the game? Yeah, I will be, mate. I will be doing a match reaction. Yeah, I'm going to go back to doing that sort of stuff. Match previews, match reactions. I think personally, I prefer doing them if I'm honest with you. You know, but if it's a big like London derby, North London derby, I mean, or Man United or City, Man City, Chelsea, I'll probably do watch-alongs for them because they're, you know, they're games that I think be a good entertainment, to be honest. Darren says we would lose 8 at the end of the season if we average it out. So you could say by doing your averages, we are done as 5 is the maximum you can lose in a season to win the league. Speaking generally, okay, mate. Well, you've worked that one out. I haven't. Fair play to you. Respect. Michael says, definitely do the music stuff. Yeah, okay, I'll do the music stuff. The only problem is with that, which is a pain in the arse, right, is you can't play the music on the channel. I'll get copyright straight away. The Longhead Yeti did that. And I was on with him, and he was playing this bit of music, and people were going, what's happening? The chat's dying, the chat's dying. And YouTube were literally within 30 seconds shutting his channel down, shutting his show down, not his channel, his show. Right? That's how quick they were on it. And it was a piss take. You know, he only played a little bit of the song. Literally, no more than, I would say, 15 seconds. So they must have one hell of a setup to detect that. I thought, you're not going to get caught for that. He did. And yeah, that was the end of that show. Mike says, this is why I'm glad I follow Newport. League 2 doesn't have the bollocks PR like the Premier League does, and no VAR, so I can celebrate a goal as soon as it hits the net. It's beautiful. Yes, mate. I envy you that. Because at the end of the other night, you know, we're sitting around for what, 3-4 minutes trying to see if that's an Arsenal goal. It's not a goal. Who knows? Yes, no, bollocks. You know, all this shit goes on. Spoils the game. Because if you're a fan at the ground and you see your team score at home, you're going to go mental and celebrate. And then all of a sudden you're sitting there thinking, oh, is it a goal or not? You know, it's pathetic, if you want my honest opinion. Christopher Ryan said, I think if we lose, we're definitely not winning the league. Well, I'm putting it out there. I think it's going to be a big ask if we do lose tomorrow. Total hit Swee. We must go all out for the cups. We're not ready for the league. I agree with you on that. I agree with you. And maybe Arteta has realised that. That's why he's targeting the League Cup and maybe the FA Cup. You know, but if he was to win, I'm going to say this here right now. Bit of a change of mind. If he won the League Cup and the FA Cup, I'd say give him another year. If he only wins the League Cup, sack him. Not good enough. Ten Hag. 1-2 trophies. Yeah, let's have a look at that. Ten Hag 1-2 trophies, and he's been sacked. And their new manager now starts on, was it the 11th of November? Amorium looks decent, apparently. Apparently, looking at some of his stuff today, he looked like a decent young manager. Hey, who knows? Maybe he's the best manager in Europe. Young manager. You know, he's got a nice hairline as well. He's there to challenge Arteta. That could be a problem. That could upset people. Ryan says, big up Ryan. We cannot lose tomorrow or forget about it this season, Jez. Yeah, we've got to win it, man. Pepsi Pack 3-1 the arse. Big up, love your positivity. Mike Green, I appreciate that insanely. You have to come on the stream. Mate, Mike, anytime, man. Please, anytime. Instagram me, collins.jez, or just let me know and I'll come on your stream. You know, I'm old school Newport County. You know, somewhere in that drawer, actually, I found it not long ago. I actually have, it won't fit me now anymore, but it's the old Newport County shirt from back in the day. And I must have been probably, I don't know, 14 when I got bought that from my granddad. 170 Gunner, band or artist that you have not seen, that you regret not seeing. Easy, Rory Gallagher. I could have gone, right? Mate of mine had tickets and unfortunately, I was away on training and I couldn't go. And anyway, yeah, big miss that. I love Rory Gallagher. Very underrated guitarist, if you want my opinion. Henry Gooner, big up, man. Good evening, cheers, and all the chat. Arsenal title challenge is already over. Squad is too weak to sustain. Be lucky to finish in top 4, to be honest. Yeah, I'm sort of with you on that. I am sort of with you. Chris Ryan says, Jez, also, have you decided in the future your channel? Just joined, sorry. Mate, yeah, I'm not giving it up. I'm going to revamp. There's going to be changes. I'm dropping doing the watch-alongs, apart from important games. Arsenal, North London Derby, blah, blah, blah. Man United, obviously. Man City, Chelsea. But apart from that, the watch-alongs are pretty much gone because it's just not worth me doing them, to be honest. Because, as I said earlier, a lot of people gravitate to the bigger Arsenal channels, quite rightly. I get that. They've been doing it longer than me. And, of course, they're going to attract the people to go and watch it. You know, when you're sitting here for 2 hours, you've got like less than 300 views. It's just not worth it, man. Darren says, I reckon Newcastle 0, Arsenal 2. That's where I'm going. I'm going 2-0 the arse. Thank you. Poppy's subscribed to you, Mike. Big up to Poppy. Well done. Thank you for that. More people, please go and subscribe to Mike. Todd says, keep up the great work, Jez. I will, mate. I will do my best if I can. That's for sure. You never know. Jaminho, I haven't seen you forever, man. I'm a bit worried about our defence tomorrow. Jez, Calafiori, Tierney, Tomiassi, all definitely out. Yeah. White may be out. He is out. And Gabriel and Timber went off injured. Well, apparently Gabriel and Timber are okay. It looks like it's Saliba and Kivois at centre back. Well, apparently, Jam, Gabriel and Timber are okay. How long they'll last? That's the different question, isn't it? How long they'll last in the bloody game? Who knows? One thing it does concern me. I don't like rushing players back because we have to, like we did Timber the other in the Bournemouth game. There he goes down. Because at the end of the day, that can cause a worse injury than the one he's already got. But what do I know? I'm not a manager. Just saying. Adam says, Adam, Hendon Gunnar, hoping we can fluke it until January and buy some proper players. Now, that's an interesting point you've made there. Do you honestly think we'd go out and do decent business in January? I mean, yeah, we bought Aubameyang, didn't we, in January? Todd's going with a 1-1 draw tomorrow. Yeah, would we be happy walking out with a 1-1 from St. James's Park? Glad you won't stop doing shows, Jez. Do enjoy your content. Thank you, my friend. But agree about watch-alongs, unless it's a decisive match. Yeah, I did enjoy them, but I won't lie. It's hard work on your own. It is hard work. And I would give massive credence to the likes of the long-haired Yeti. Because he does more pretty much in his own, and he's brilliant at it. He's better than me. I'll be the first to say he's better than me at doing it. 2 years ago, I started doing them with Gracie, but that changed because of a schedule in life. I don't watch along. I watch the game. There you go. That's a good point, mate. Good point. YouTube are petty as fuck like that. Yep, they are, mate. About the music, yeah. Literally, it was 15 seconds. That was all it was. It was bollocks, really. What do you make of United's new manager? Well, I don't know. Only what I know today, my friend. Blue Collar Sports TV. Thank you for joining. He looks decent. Was a decent player when he played, so he's got the experience and he's a winner. So who do we know? I mean, what do we know? It's going to be a challenge, isn't it? Now, that's a good point. That's actually a very good point. Does that say to you all, yeah, is that Darren said, lots of ads on here tonight, but keep going. This is a great show. The watchmaking are good. There shouldn't be that many ads, to be honest, because I have actually downed them. Are good. Whilst it may not be cooking now, you're getting started with them. Make your own music, Jez. I used to with other people, but I can't play them. I'm getting real shit for that. And let's be honest, we weren't a top band. No way were we a top band. We could play, but we weren't like, out there. We had a great lead guitarist though. Fucking hell, Henk. Oh man, he was unreal. Grew up with Eddie Van Halen. Actually, he's Dutch. He grew up with Eddie Van Halen. How about that? Mike says, do you think Arsenal can win tomorrow, Jez? I'm going 2-0 Arsenal. I am going 2-0 Arsenal. Got to have some positivity. Mate, Hendon Guna, Adam Elminio. Always next transfer window. Always more jam tomorrow for Arsenal fans. Yep. There you go, Hendon. David says, sadly, Arteta's FA Cup match day programme is a PDF on furlough. Yeah. Yes, that's a good point, actually. That's a very good comment, actually. SG, what about match programs? You could just show us with thumbnails. Yeah, I could do that. I'd have to get somebody to do the thumbnails because I ain't got a bastard's clue how to do them. I won't lie. Adam says, I know you are logic over emotion, Hendon Gula. Big up, Lee. Hope you're well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Come on, the Leeds. Doing okay. Are you playing tonight? Darren says, a nice cup double will be right up my street. Absolutely. Yes. When was the last time we did that, mate? 1993. Has anybody here ever met Arteta? Nope, I haven't. A guy I work with said Arteta laughed at him and was incredibly arrogant, waving his car keys in his face, showing off his money. Wouldn't at all surprise me, Michael. Wouldn't at all surprise me. Jamino says, this is our best chance of winning the league. City have no Rodri for the whole season, yet we look worse, and Liverpool look like they will capitalise. Well, yes, Jam. It's annoying, isn't it? Adam says, I'm hoping Edu gets the foot out of his mouth and signs some players. I wouldn't hold your breath, Adam. Be honest with you, mate. I would not hold your breath. Michael said, don't like Arteta. Was surprised to hear that. Yeah, yeah, doesn't surprise me, to be honest. Darren Bruno from Benfica to replace Arteta. Yeah, well, I'd take him. I'd take anyone. I'd take you, Darren, to be honest. Blue Collar Sports TV, United versus Arsenal, batter the hairlines. Yes, great comment. Christopher says, I think 1-1, our form isn't great one now. So we're going for a 1-1. We've had a couple of Desmonds. We've had a 3-0, I think. I've gone 2-0. Mike says, oh, wow, I'm jealous of that. What year? Was it the European Cup season? Not sure what that. I may have missed something there. Irish Talk, Rory Gallagher. Yeah, mate. I love Rory Gallagher, man. It's absolutely special. Hendon says, Adam Elmino, sadly, I've seen it all. Got the T-shirt, except with this club. Talking about Rory Gallagher. I've actually got a CD that was given to me by recording they were recording at the Manor Studios, right? Where Mike Oldfield did all his stuff. Yeah. And they were basically absolutely bollocksed out their heads, right? And they were going around this house, playing away, all kinds of stuff. And I've actually got a CD of it. And it is so out there. It was never published, obviously, for obvious reasons. But I'd love to be able to play that. It is absolutely brilliant. But it's totally raw. It's not been mastered or anything. It's actually, they're literally, the two guys are walking around with two mics, right? As the band are walking around, Faith, was it Taste or Faith? I can't remember. Walking around the house as they're playing. Literally, it's absolutely mental stuff. It's brilliant. I'd love to be able to play that. But Maybe I could do it on a private stream. I could do it on a private stream, but then again, I can't invite that many people in on a private stream, so it's a bit fucking pointless. Bobby says, best guitarist I ever saw live, Lindsey Buckingham, Fleetwood Mac at the O2. Yeah, very underrated guitarist as well, Lindsey Buckingham. Tough life he had. I felt sorry for that man. But Pepsi Man, Arsenal beat Newport 2-0 away in the 57 FA Cup fourth round. Mate, sorry, I don't remember that. I'm not going to insult you by saying were you at the game. But I don't disbelieve you. I don't disbelieve you. Well, they should have done, let's be fair. Newport County, I think, they may have been in the Division 3. That's when we had Division 3 South and Division 3 North and Division 4. If I remember, Mike will correct me on this. Mike will correct me. If I remember rightly, Newport County, as they were then, the only time they won a league was when they won Division 3 South. I think I'm right in saying that. Mike, you'll know better than me. I'm sure I remember that, what my granddad told me. Michael, Darren, I doubt we'll get top 4. Have you seen the Beatles or Dylan live? No, I haven't, mate. I love the Beatles. I love their music. Never saw them before my time, unfortunately. My mum did. My mum saw the Beatles. I didn't. No, sadly not. I do like their music, though, to be honest. Jamina, hopefully Gabrielle and Timber are back, especially Gabrielle. We need the Saliba and Gabrielle pairing tomorrow. We certainly do, my friend. Michael says, I bet we will finish 8th, but Arteta still keeps the job. I think if he finished 8th, mate, I think he'd walk. If you want my opinion, if he finished 8th, I think he'd walk out the door. I think he would actually, maybe his pride. I know people have said, well, he's on 20 million a year. Why would he walk out the door? I think there may come a point in time when you have to say to yourself, I'm just not going to get this. I'm just not going to be able to do this. And I need to walk away. I could be totally wrong. He could be an absolute arrogant bastard and say, well, I'm just going to sit here and take the 20 million until I get sacked. Could be if we ended up 5th. Yeah, sorry, 8th, I beg your pardon. If we ended up 8th, he could get the sack. Could be the Cronkies will turn around and say, no, that's enough now. You've had all that money, right? And you haven't won shit. Or, you know, he wins the League Cup, ends up 8th. And they say, no, we told you we wanted. We don't know what targets have been set. But big up Alf. We don't know the targets. He's 3-1 to the Arsenal. Love it. Loving that. Darren says, Michael, you could be right there, fella. Arteta's running out of time and the same shit coming out of his mouth is boring the players. I did say this, actually, on Lee's. Has he actually pissed some of these players off now? Are they starting to get the ump with him? Michael says, even if we got relegated, Arteta would probably stay. This guy's like a disease. Mate, honestly, wow. If he got Arsenal relegated, whoa, never in my lifetime, please. Chris says, you should join Leon for his watch-alongs for games your channel will grow. No, he's got his... no, because Lee's got Ola and Matty, and that's the format, you know. I'm not going to try and interrupt you on that because I think, you know, it's one of them sort of respect things that you have to say, well, this person's got this set up and you've got to respect it, and this guy's got his set up, this guy's got his set up, and you just go along with that. So I would never go to Lee and say, mate, let me on your watch-alongs, because that would embarrass him, because he'd probably have to turn around and say, well, actually, Jez, it's no. So yeah, that I wouldn't do that to a man. Darren said, I'd pick your watch-along over all the others, Jez, in fairness. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. But the thing is, mate, Darren, it's hard work on my own. You know, when Dale's been on, it's been okay. It's been good. It's a good laugh, good giggle. But Dale, obviously, respect different time zones, work, etc. He can't always make it. But I will do the big games. I will do what I call the big games, North London Derby and all that sort of stuff. But apart from that, No, it's not worked. I've tried it. It's not worked. The views are crap, you know, and it's a bit disheartening. I won't lie. When you put your effort in, you give your time, and the views are shit. You think, well, what's the point? Mike says, I do watch lots for Newport games. I don't attend, and even if the views are low, it does get upsetting. Because I'm watching the game as it is, I don't mind. But as a content creator, yes, they do, mate. You know how it feels. You're putting your time out there. Wolfie G should be a win, I think. I hope you're all, Jez. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I hope you're well as well. Worst thing about watch-alongs is lagging behind. Yes. Yeah, I get it, Mike. Yeah, it's very annoying when you're out of context. It is annoying. If you're all on the same stream, but even then, I've done watch-alongs where I'm on Sky and somebody else is on Sky, and we're still out of sync. I mean, it's like, well, how can you be out of sync when we're both on the same Sky channel? You know what I'm saying? That is a bit frustrating. I'll agree with you. Michael says, I hope the owners see sense and sack him soon, Darren. He's had his chance. Yeah, well, I wouldn't hold your breath. Jez, what would your start 11 be versus Newcastle? Why? Well, I've given my defence. I'm going Lewis Skelly, Gabriel Saliba, Timber. Midfield is obviously going to be Partey, Rice. And who would I put in there then? Who would I put in there? Interesting. I'll come back to you on that one. I would start Martinelli, Havertz, and Nweri up top. There you go. And I'll think about the other midfielder. That's a scraper, isn't it? When you think how many who we've got in midfield. At the worst, not at left back, Maybe we could go with a holding player in Jorginho, or maybe we could go with Zinchenko there, but not Zinchenko at left back. No, we could put maybe Trossard there in the mid or out on the left. Yeah, we could do there, couldn't we? We could put out Partey, Declan Rice, Trossard. That's not a bad option. Jez, would you give Arteta another season if he wins the League Cup and finishes second? No. Premier League or nothing, mate. No, I lie. If he won a domestic double, League Cup, FA Cup, I say, right, I'll give you another season. I'll give you one more season, but then you've got to deliver the Premier League or the Champions League. But yeah, let's be honest, Premier League's more realistic. Yeah. So that is, to me, how I see it at the end of the day. Difficult to call tomorrow's game, says Timmy. City Bournemouth is a tough shout also. Yep. I agree. Hendon says, what was the last time Arsenal played well in a 12:30 lunchtime kickoff away match? Yeah, I was actually questioning myself on that, Hendon. I was actually questioning myself. And I can't actually think. Anybody else know? I actually can't think of one. To be honest, we don't play well at midfield, especially away. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying? Just got to wet the throat here. It's drying up a bit. But, yeah, there we go. 40 people in the house. Smash the likes up, people. It does help the channel. Puts it out there. Gets it more traction. Christopher says, last time we actually played well was when we beat Chelsea 5-0. What was that, midday kickoff? Was that a midday kickoff? I can't remember, to be honest with you. Mike Green, that question was in reference to the Newport County shirt you have. Sorry, mate. I've missed something. Did I miss a comment? Do I play? Yeah, I play guitar, mate. I do play guitar. I've got a really nice collection. I've got couple of Gibsons, couple of Fenders, a Martin acoustic, a Yamaha acoustic. Yeah, First started playing when I was 14. The traditional old Spanish guitar, when the neck was like that, alignment to the body, and by the time you got further down the neck, your fingers are like trying to press the strings down. Back in the day. Yes, the Manor in Oxfordshire. Yeah, the recording studios where you know, I've forgotten his name now. I just said it. Tubular Bells Man and all that lot recorded. Owned by Richard Branson at the time. That was where it was. You are Cristiano. Breaking. Thank you, Ronaldo, for Cristiano Ronaldo joining the chat, man. Big up. Breaking just in, Ruben Amorim has just been sacked, confirmed by time traveller Fabrizio Romano after a 7-0 loss in a cold, rainy night at Ipswich. After a Delac bicycle kick sends United's 20th. Love it. Love it. David says, in keep with the Eddie Van Halen theme, if Arteta loses badly tomorrow, Arteta can beat it. Yeah, that's great track. Great track. Yeah. Sheen, Wilkin, Johnson up close. Pub settings. Nice. I used to go and watch the Iron Maiden at the what's the name of the pub in Essex? Radskin? No. Pub is a real well-known music pub. And that was before they had their first single out. Yeah, it was brilliant. That was brilliant. Loved that. Loved it. And then I saw them at the Marquee in 79 when they released their first ever single, Running Free. Well, that's when they had Dianio as the vocalist. When you change the thumbnail name and thumbnails, Jez, and start doing 10-minute match reactors, they get views. Northside does that as well. Yeah, I've got some ideas on names. I've got a great name on that Proper AFTV. How about that? Proper Arsenal Fan TV. Mike Green. Yes, we won that in 38-39. Just there you go. See, I know a little bit of history about Newport that I remember. Not that I was there in 38-39, but yeah, I do remember being told about it. Wilco Apple spell check in it. Happens. I'm good, Michael. I'm very good, thank you. I hope you're very well. If Arteta finishes 8th, I'll throw a pebble at the Armoury. Oh, hand grenade. Adam says, using logic, I think the Kroenkes expect UCL qualifications as a minimum this season. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? It's acceptance of failure. You know, it's acceptance of, well, let's get it in. Let's get in the top 4, get qualified, and earn some money. No, sorry, not good enough. Chris says Arteta finished 8th twice, and he still stayed. Yeah, he did, but that was in the early days, and we all knew that was going to happen. Would that happen now? I'm not convinced, to be honest. I'm not convinced. I'm not sure the fan base now. A lot of the fan base would be happy with that. After all this time, all the money. Be honest with you. That's my interpretation anyway. Darren says fans will cry when Arteta goes, and I will laugh out very loud. Well, I'll have a celebration, that's for sure. Have you been to the Royal Albert Hall? Yes, I have, mate. I went to see Eric Clapton there. And I went to see the last official gigs of the band Cream with Ginger Baker, the bass player's name I can never fucking remember, and Eric Clapton, obviously. What a gig that was. They were there for 7 nights. Brilliant that was. Forest versus West Ham tomorrow, Jez. What's your score in that game? Forest, West Ham? I'm going to go 2-0 Forest, be honest. I think West Ham have got all kinds of problems. Americans love money, yes. Yes, they do. But don't we all? We all love money. Pepsi and McDonald's. Sue Stewart, yes. What do you mean, the band, yes? Or Irving says, I'd drop doing watch longs. Everyone is doing them. I stick with live chats and with panel guests. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, mate. I'm only going to do the big games. As I said, North London Derby, obviously, I can't miss that one. And the other games in London. Hendon Goodness says, also, Jez, the football Arsenal are playing right now is so bad and boring for the fans. Watching the game and the watch long. Yeah, it's not great, is it? It's not exciting. I hear what you're telling me. It ain't great. It's pretty shit, to be honest. I can't believe I'm not seeing a plastic fan not doing a watch longs. Love it. Darren says, Raya, Timber, Gabrielle, Bill, Lewis Skelly, Rice, Party, and Wary, Saka, Havertz, Trossard, no Martinelli or White. They can be on the bench. Fair enough. Okay. Jez, you must do the show about all those Dross players Edu and Arteta have signed in the last 4 years and watch each of those players. That's not a bad shout. That ain't a bad shout. Anthony says, Jez bloody hell, Jez, that poured into a pint glass. No, it's only a 250ml glass. It's only got 175 mils in it. You know, it's not a pint of cider. Joseph says, wasn't that was a nighttime kickoff. Then the goalkeepers alone will take 2 hours. Yeah, that'd take a week, wouldn't it? Oh my days. Anthony on his tractor, having his pasty. I actually, Anthony, when my missus went down to Cornwall, I meant to tell you this, right? She went to this proper that's called the Cornish Pasty Company shop in Plymouth, right? Plymouth. And she said, I brought you back some pasties. I went, oh, lovely. They were fucking shit. Absolute bloody dog shit. One was supposed to be beef and Stilton, and all it was a bit of beef and loads of onions, right? Now I know what a proper pasty should have in it. I had one the other night. It was just a pasty. There is nothing in it. No carrot. There was no potato. There was no Swede. It was awful. I know you're not from Cornwall, but I'm blaming you. You're sort of down in the West Country. So I want you to drive down to Plymouth, right, tomorrow morning and go to the real Corny Pasty Company in bloody Plymouth and have a go at them. Take your tractor and go through their shop window. It was bloody shit. I threw it in the bin, actually. It was that awful. No, I mean, last time we played really well in a game, says Christopher. 12:30 kickoff at Newcastle. That's tough. Not looking good for me. Nah, it's a hell of a journey, that is, for midday. Jeez. Michael says, I had a Gibson SG, a so-called friend stole. No way. I found him down a local market, desperately flogging it the day up. Nah, mate, I hope he just wrapped that. Well, not the guitar, but I hope he gave him a little bit of a tapping. You know what I'm saying? Never. The thing is, I've never, ever, ever loaned any of my guitars out. Never. Never, never, never. Can I play the E minor? Yeah, it's quite easy. Yeah, I can do that. I have a Fender Jaguar, nice guitar. Never played one, actually. I never played a Fender Jaguar. Are the Dogs, Jez? Which slows is you like Saxon? Yeah, saw them many a time. Yeah, saw them Wheels of Steel, all that lot. Yeah, I like all that music, all that genre, that era, 70s, 80s. My favourite band. Do you like Deep Purple? Yes, saw Deep Purple. My favourite band probably is a tricky one. If you ask me that, it would be a toss-up between Rush and Zeppelin. I love them both. Watching from New Zealand, mate. I love your content. Keep it up. Cheers, man. Cynical Kiwi. Be up to you, my friend. My son lives in New Zealand. Lives in Hamilton. Big side. Top four is the only target for the Cronkies. Well, Michael says I saw Clapton at the Royal Albert Hall too. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's not as a man. As a man, I don't particularly like him, but as a guitar player, legend. But yeah, not as a man. I don't really like the way he treats women, to be honest. Darren, so you can get them on Marylebone Station, the Cornish pasties, mate. The ones I had, mate, they were shocking. They were bloody awful, seriously awful. You could go and get a bloody one from Sainsbury's better than that. Poppy says, listen to this, Jez, while watching Luton West Brom. This is much better than a watch along. Yeah, I prefer doing these shows, I won't lie. But the thing is, right, doing these shows like this, it's not me, right? I just sit here and waffle. But it's you guys. You guys come in with the questions, you come in with your statements, you come in with your debates. That's what makes these shows flow. I mean, this was going to be a half-hour show. I won't lie. It's going to be a quick chat about Newcastle game. And here we are, an hour and 11 minutes in. Michael, yeah, no, mate, never. Don't ever lend your guitars out. I've never, ever lent any of my guitars. I've let people play them. I have let people have a go. My Gibson Les Paul Standard. I've let people have a play, but I'd never loan them. Never, ever. Always, only ever in my presence. Never, 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 never. No chance. DJ Frisky D. I had a Fender. Yeah, nice guitars again. Led Zeppelin is the best band of all time, Michael says. Yeah, I would go with you. But Rush, I love Rush as well. I've seen Rush more times than Zeppelin. I've only ever seen Zeppelin twice. And that was when they played at Nebworth. And I went to both Saturday gigs. They were only going to play there one weekend, and it was so oversubscribed. They booked and played it the following, and I went to another one. Brilliant. Anthony says, I know the one, Jez, their pasties are shit. I'll do that with my tractor and say that's from Jez. Yeah, they're shocking, man, aren't they? They're awful. Arsenal first, big up, man. Big up, Jez. I don't know, always get notified when you go live. Don't know why either. That's YouTube, man. Even if you've got notification bell set on, it doesn't always happen. It happens to me on some channels. You know, I've subscribed for a couple of years. And in actual fact, very interestingly, I never get notified of when Lee's going live, which is a bit bloody weird, really. I never get a notification on when Lee's going live. I do for Northside. I do for certain other channels. But yeah, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I don't understand it. That's YouTube, man. Highland Mike says, Biff Byford Saxon, Jez, when I was a kid, him and his wife were Uncle Pete and Auntie Linda to me. Wow. I could tell you a brilliant story about his false teeth, but not publicly. Fantastic, mate. You lucky fucker. Wow. Biff Byford. Auntie and uncle as well. Wow. SG, even though rock ain't my taste of mine, but I enjoy seeing you talk about rock music with passion. Yeah, I love it, man. Yeah, I'm going to do some of that rock music stuff, you know. I'm no expert. Don't expect me to be that knowledgeable. I know the bands that I love. I know, obviously, I've been to a lot of gigs of the bands Maiden, Status Quo, Thin Lizzy, Saxon, Motorhead, to name but a few, Judas Priest, Rush. I've been to Rush concerts loads of times. And other Budgie, obviously the band where the current Maiden vocalist is, who I can never think of his bastard name. But yeah, Deep Purple, Sabbath. I've seen Sabbath with when they had Ozzy Osbourne, then Ronnie James Dio. Yeah, so I've always been big into rock music, blues. You know, there's a lot of blues guitarists I'd love to have seen, but unfortunately, they never played over here in the UK, so I never got to see them play. But yeah, I'll do that. Talk about music, talk about guitars, amplifiers, all that sort of shit. CPFC Paddy, I have a Harley Benson bass. Very nice. That must have cost you a few quid. They're damn decent bits of kit, man. Michael says you're so lucky to see them at Nebworth. Yeah. Now my brother-in-law, a bit of a let me put it this way: my brother-in-law, obviously my wife's brother, his life sort of stopped about 1975. Right? He's a top geezer. I love him to death, Roger. He's fucking weird fucker, but he's a proper top man. And him and his mate nicked a boat in Portsmouth Harbour and rowed across the Solent so they could get to the 69 Isle of Wight festival. But they only just made it because the boat was sinking. But they're absolute nutters. Arsenal first. YouTube used to be the good platform, but it has, mate. It's a fucking nightmare. You know, like, especially as a content creator, they play your games. You know, they really play your games. Yeah, you can after this stream, right? I always give it 5-10 minutes, then you go and hit the monetization. Sometimes it will let you do it bang. The one I did last night, the weekly chat with Lee, Kenny, Matty, and Aaron, right? When I finished that, I couldn't monetize that, yeah, till 12 o'clock midday today. That is a fucking disgrace. That is a fucking disgrace, because at the end of the day, by the time I've done that, nobody's going to watch it. So thank you very much indeed. Cynical Kiwi says, I hope your son likes Hamilton Jazz. Most people think it's a bit of a shit, unfortunately. I've been there a few times. I haven't got a problem with it, to be honest with you. I've been all over New Zealand. I think it's a lovely place. It's not for me to live in. But if I was going to live in, I'll tell you, I won't. If I was going to live in New Zealand, the place I would live in is Raglan, right, in the North Island. That place I thought was a fantastic bloody, only a little place, as you'd know. But yeah, fantastic. Yeah, he loves it there. Well, he's not there a lot, to be honest, but that's where his base is. Mike says, you going to do reaction post-match tomorrow? Yeah, I'll be doing a post-match reaction. Do you like AC/DC? Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely love AC/DC. Seen them a few times and all. Minerals FC is always blacklisted. God damn it. Josephine O'Halloran says, Minerals FC is always blacklisted. I don't know the context of that, to be honest. Sue says, good, let's hope he does walk or get sacked. Yeah, don't hold your breath. So don't hold your breath. So Michael says, so depressing how awful the music is nowadays. Everything is worse. Yeah, music, there's no music. What music is there today? Not really, is there? It's like, you know, you get the, what's it, X Factor, Britain's Got Talent. You tell me when a band has ever gone on there and won it. No. It's a fucking boy band or a bloody girl band. Not real musicians with real talent, because they get pushed to the side. And I think it's a bloody disgrace, to be honest with you. Absolute disgrace. Highland Mike says, not real Auntie and Uncle Jez, but our generation parents' mates always had. Yeah, oh, I'm with you on that. Yeah, absolutely. I used to call the lady next door when I lived in Islington. She was our Auntie Joan. No, she was absolutely no relation to me whatsoever. It was Auntie Joan. That's the way it was, you know. It wasn't. And then other people, it'd be Mrs. If it was my mate's mum, mates in the area, it'd be Mrs. You know, it wasn't. But the lady next door, it was Auntie Joan. Mike says, tip Jez, monetize the stream video. As soon as it's uploaded, you can get it set up before you go live. Mate, I've got it set now. Monetized live. But as soon as I end this stream, it's YouTube like to play fucking games, man. Lee's told me this. He gets it. You know, sometimes I like to just piss you around. Because they've got a certain budget, Mike, you know this. right? But they've got to spread that budget amongst all the content creators. Yeah. So if you've got the bigger channel up there, hierarchy, and you've got me down here and us, us there, right? They'll hold it. They'll hold it. I guarantee you. Lee told me that. He could be wrong, of course. He could be talking out of his ass, but I don't know. CPFC Paddy, my Harley Benson was €100. I think Harley Benson is Gear Force Music's own brand, but I know the brand you're thinking of. I can't remember the name. Maybe I've got it wrong. Yeah, maybe I've got it wrong. I don't know a lot about bass guitars. Is it a bass guitar? I don't know a lot. Totally agree at Michael Butel. As someone who grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, I was spoilt by the great musical acts of those decades. Used to go to the gigs at least once a week. Great times. Yeah, I was always at gigs. When I got to around 15, I was always, probably twice a week, I was going down into Hammersmith, down into Oxford Street, down at the Marquee, the 8 Ball, places like that, watching up and coming bands. And and you'd watch them and you'd think, yeah. And then all of a sudden they'd get the break, they get their record deal, they get a single out, and away they go. And it was brilliant times. I used to love it. What's your predictions? Well, I'll pop mine out there. 2-0. I'm going for tomorrow. There is no music. These people are fakes with no talent. Yeah, it's bollocks now. And unfortunately, the musicianship, if you want to call it that, to my mind, is dying. It's dying. I mean, I went out local pub in where I live. It's a good pub. They do really good music. They've always got twice a week. They've got music acts. And there was a guy there the other night, probably 17, 18, probably 18. Fucking amazing. His voice was out there. And he wasn't just playing one type of music. He was playing blues, rock, pop, all kinds of stuff. And I thought, fuck me, this guy's good. His guitar playing was brilliant. And I'm thinking, how come a kid like this, 18, ain't getting picked up? No, I didn't know. He busks in town at the weekend. He's out there. Yeah, that sort of bloke like that should get picked up and put on The Voice or something like that. His voice was unbelievable. Unbelievable. He played what was the Pink Floyd song he played? Comfortably Numb. It was note perfect. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's a tricky song to play. I can't play it. It's way beyond my skill level. And this guy was like, I'm like, wow. And the thing is, David Gilmour doesn't live far from here. He only lives about 12, 15 miles that way. Gary Moore used to live over there. That was over that way as well. I saw Gary Moore in the music shop actually in Billingshurst once. Didn't speak to him, but got the nod like that. John Brooks referee match tomorrow. Don't get me started how crap music is now, says CFPC Paddy. Digital media can make just a piece of music 10 seconds in. Nobody's any patience. It's bollocks, man. It's rubbish. My dad introduced me to real music. I despised music before, as all I heard was auto-tune pop garbage. Yeah. Yes, Raglan is fantastic. Auckland is the best city. You lived in Auckland? I've been there. Lots of Arsenal fans in Auckland. They all seem to be Arteta lovers. I can't stand the fucker, and I'm trying to put them right. Yeah, Auckland's a nice city, actually. I like that. I went up that Sky Tower you got, right? And I didn't enjoy that when I walked out and there's a bloody glass floor. No, I do suffer from, what do you call it? Scared of heights type thing. I thought, whoa, not happy with this. And I went and walked back and I was literally walking around tight to the wall. I wasn't enjoying that at all. But yeah, Michael says, I will always remember when I heard Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix for the first time. Yeah, I used to play that. Talent is out there. There's a lot of talent out there, but you just don't see it, man. Buskers in town centres of fantastic talent. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Peter Green, brilliant guitar player. What happened to him? Such a shame when he had that trip in Germany, man. That did him. Never came back again. What a great shame. I went to see Peter Green and the Splinter Group at a gig. Probably, when was that? That was probably 2008, something like that, 2009. Brilliant. Absolutely. But you could see he wasn't there. You could see he was not there, but he was still brilliant on guitar. But you could see it was his brother-in-law doing all the vocals. Yeah, it's bloody amazing, though. Michael's talent is out there. We won't hear it in the industry. Just push garbage. Yeah, easy shit. Yeah, that's it. Vertigo, Hendon. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Vertigo, man. Yeah, not good. Yeah, when I walked out that lift and I walked across, I went, whoa, fucking glass floor, man. I was like, no, this ain't for me. No. Lone Star Londoner, afternoon, my friend. Hope you're well. Timmy, big up. Yeah, don't like it, man. Don't like heights. All right in aeroplanes. I'm all right in an aeroplane, but no. If I'm up a ladder, no. I mean, I when I had my business, I'd always make other people go up the ladders, not me. Mike says, got to go, Jez. Take care and chat. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be in the hat for the round 2. Yeah, good luck, man. And yeah, get hold of me. I'll come on your channel anytime, man. We have a chat about county. No problem at all. Adam says, Aces, not always. The ones in central London aren't that great. Lone Star London 2-0 tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going 2-0, mate. I'm going there. Arteta's army will march on. Well, we'll see about that. CPFC Paddy, can you imagine a pop band like Japan appearing in the charts ever again? No. Yeah, Tin Drum or the Stranglers, never. That wouldn't happen. Wouldn't happen ever again. Can you imagine the Sex Pistols? Can you imagine that? They'd be put in jail with their antics and what they used to get up to. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up soon, people. Michael says, you have to remember, Jez, I was born in 94. I had never heard decent music. The industry growing up in the 2000s was crap. Yeah, it wasn't great, was it? I stuck to my old school shit, to be honest. I didn't really listen to any of it. I sort of turned it all off and just listened to my stuff. Lone Star Unders, I'm just peachy, mate. Michael says, just pop music. Yeah, not for me. Back in the 70s, pop music was decent, you know? You had decent bands. So, you know, it's one of them. Yeah, Highland Mike Green, top guy. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Top fella. And fair play to him, sticking his neck out there with a Newport County channel. Top fella. Yeah, big up, Mike. Take care. Good luck for tomorrow. Are you going to 2-0 Arsenal? Yes, I am. See you, Jez. Big up, Adam. Hope you're well and have a good evening. Get yourself a vinyl record player, Michael. Yeah, I've still got all my vinyl. Mohammed says, Jez, out of the two, who's the funniest clowns in AFTV, Julian or Ty? Julian, he talks bollocks. At least Ty believes in what he thinks. You know what I'm saying? You know, Ty's actually purely deluded, but his whole life is Arsenal. He's got nothing else, man. And I respect him for that. But Julian, he's just a prick. He's a liar. He's a prick. 70s, 80s, 90s, the best. Yeah, some of the 60s as well. Late 60s. Some good bands there as well. Soloists as well, in fairness. Yeah, you can hear the difference. You talk about vinyl. So, yeah, you can. I agree. Vinyl's on its making a big comeback, isn't it? I've actually got I have never got rid of one of my vinyl records. Never. I've got some fabulous ones. They were actually worth a few quid. Limited editions and all that sort of bollocks. I'd never sell one of them. I reckon a 1-1 draw with Newcastle tomorrow. Eddie Howe has a debt to settle with us. Yeah. I'm still going 2-0. Yeah, my girls used to love listening to my vinyl. They're proper into rock, blues, and dare I say this? Dare I say this? Stuff like Spice Girls. Oh, ouch. Oh, sorry, I had to say it, but there we are. My terminology of top music is different. I don't really know what real pop music is. Yeah, well, there was such a variation back in the 60s and 70s, 80s, you know. So yeah, the Cream, yeah, great band. I only ever saw them on the reunion tour when they played at the Royal Albert Hall. I never saw them when they were bit before my time, to be honest. Lone Star Londoner, late 80s and 70s and 80s, yeah, absolute class music. 80s music was the best. Yeah, some of it was great, some of it was awful. Newport County, big up Stephen. Yeah, it's my second team, man. Newport County. That's 3 of us then. That's Mike Green, you, and me. Hey, there we are. All first presses are worth a mint, Jez. Yeah, I've got some great ones. I've got a Rush album, Permanent Waves. When that was printed, there was an error on it, and they only printed about 10,000 of them, and it was noticed at the print place, and they actually stopped it and amended it. And I've actually got one that's got the error on it. It's got the $10 note round the wrong way, and that apparently worth a lot of money. Apparently, I'm told. Never liked Spice Girls. No, nor me. Not my cup of tea. And my wife was absolutely mad. She drove from London with the girls to Paris to see the Spice Girls, and came back the next day. Why? I said, why? All that money, all that way to go and see the bloody Spice Girls. Well, that's the only, it was sold out in the UK. The only tickets they could get closer to hand was in Paris. Well, okay, well done. Stephen says 70s greatest decade. Yeah, there's some great bands and artists back then. Fantastic artists, I can't lie. The Sweet, yeah, good band. Never saw them. I want to dance with somebody. Reminds me of Arsenal's 2-1, 1-2. Arsenal 1-2 Liverpool in the North Bank, 87. Does it? It's 87, 88? Okay. Henderson have a load of Japanese press vinyl records for most of the rock bands of the 80s and 90s. Keep hold of them, mate. They're worth money. Vinyl is, yeah, original vinyl now. I went to a record fair, actually, probably, 5-6 weeks ago. I was just walking past the place. I hadn't planned to go there. I was just walking past. It said record sale. I thought, I'm going to have a look at this. And Jesus, the price of some of the stuff. I'm like, proper old 78s, things like that. 60s, 50s and 60s. I'm like, wow. They're in very good nick, with the original covers and all slip sleeves and all that. But it was bloody worth having a look around. I won't lie. But Red Army 89, Arsenal win 3-1 tomorrow. Let's hope so. I've gone 2-0 myself. Darren says, if you've got an A on the label, it's big money. Fair play. There you go. See, all these little things can make a big difference on a vinyl. It's one of them things. Anyway, people, I'm out. I'm going to go. It's only going to be I've gone an hour over. Wonder what song the band the Arteta Sexuals release if they win a trophy. Well, I don't think we should need to hold our breath on that one because it ain't going to happen. Vinyl may become the next currency, new currency. Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised, man. I wouldn't be too. Yes, they're worth a lot, and it's coming back in. You start to see the record decks now back in shops. You know, I was in a shop the other week, just a general electrical store, electronics store, whatever you want to call it, and you had the brand new record decks there, and some of them were top money, and I'm thinking, geez, you know, but yeah, that's good. I think it is better sound. I won't lie. I always thought CD to me sounds a little bit muted. If you want my honest opinion. Red Army 89, big up the Gunners. Big up the Gunners. Yeah, come on, you Reds. Come on, the Gunners. Let's get it over and done with. Ethan to start tomorrow. Yeah, I totally agree with you, mate. I'd start him. I think the boy deserves to start. He's proved himself. Let me have a go. Stephen says, went cold Southend night to watch County. Can't do it now. I'm handicapped. Sorry to hear that, man. I went last. Was it last year or the year before? I live near Crawley. I went to see Crawley, Newport County, which is only literally 12 miles away. It's a good game, actually. It was a good game. County lost, but it was a good game. Take care, Jez. Hopefully, it'll be a cheerful match reaction tomorrow after a good result. Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope so. As I say, there'll be no match watch along tomorrow. I'm not doing them for only big games now. But I'm going to do match I've gone back to my old format. Match previews. I enjoy these more. I won't lie. I've much enjoyed doing these and match reactions. So anyway, people, I'm out of here. Thanks for jumping in and all your great comments and great chat you've done. I'm going to play the outro, get out of here, and come on, you Gunners. Let's get that big bloody result tomorrow. Take care, all. See you later. And we're out.